Hello and welcome to the Mail Review. I am your host, Cordero.
I'm Aaron.
I am Nelson.
All right. Happy Father's Day to I don't know.
Oh, yes. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
There that's watching the show today.
Happy Father's Day to the real fathers out there.
I would say happy Juneteenth because we kind of wasn't on.
Yeah.
Also,
happy Juneteenth.
Also, happy Pride Month. That's another one.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride. It's so much on this month.
And most importantly, happy first day of summer. The summer starts.
Happy first day of summer.
Well, this is a crazy summer day because out here in Chicago, it's raining.
It's giving depression vibes.
It's raining, and I'm so sad because I definitely made it to the Pride Fest yesterday, and it's going on today, but it's really raining today, so I hope everybody gets to enjoy the festival.
Okay. How was Pride Fest for you?
It was amazing. I'm so sad because I had missed Duran. He came on at 2. But we went to a breakfast spot in Hyde Park first and then went to the festival. But even so, it was amazing. It was a good time.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, I take it away. So this first clip, my lovely co-host Cordero sent. So we're gonna go with this Breakfast Club clip first.
I'm gonna say anything. And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
The Obamas haven't been in the White House since 2016. Okay, but what they represent, the possibilities they represent for black people in this country, scare the hell out of insecure white men like Josh Holkit. Okay, it bothers them and terrifies them to think the descendants of the enslaved, okay, the descendants of the oppressed can rise to the levels that the Obamas did in this country, all right? Josh Holkit, you got the right last name, sir, because this is indeed the starter kit for being a hoe, all right? By the way, this isn't the first time we've heard this foolishness, okay? All through Obama's...
All right. We can cut it. All right. So, I know everybody out there, including us, have heard what this man said about Michelle Obama. I think it was very ignorant because she clearly is a woman and not a man. And I felt like he won the fight or whatever. That was the moment to say something about himself. But instead, he took a moment to throw shots at her for what?
What make it so great clip, Cordero, first of all. And Aaron, great. That's everything because it makes so much sense right now. Literally because the Obama Center literally just opened in Chicago. So this was a great start off to everything. And first of all, why are you mad at the best? I feel right now, Michelle Obama might go down as the best first lady in history. Besides Hillary Clinton, who do we have? Like, she is an amazing woman. And Obama himself, we don't got to say much. This is a great man. And it's just another way for, white men or someone of other color to try and bring us down, take something from us, but you can't take anything from us. And that's the best part about it. Keep being mad because we keep climbing.
Right. She's beautiful lady. She has so much class, even when she talks and gives speeches. I love her. I have like not one bad little, not even a little thing to say about
Not,
I
not
mean,
even a
honest,
little.
I say this honestly, through and through, she never really did nothing wrong. She give definitely good black female representation in in the role that she once had. She did it with grace, elegancy, and dignity and pride. She knew the assignment. She knew what she was representing. So to be honest, there's no really critique to say. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like overall, shit, she's good in
her.
my.
I for you. Even though I feel like I remember her saying that she didn't want to run for president, but if she were to run for president, do y'all think that she'll be good? Actually, she will. I'll say she will be good, but I don't really think she should do it. I think she's good. Yeah.
I think she's good, but
She's
I
good
think if she ran for president, we will officially have our first lady president because I think she will win. The woman has a great resume. Um, Not just giving back to her own people, which she done so well at that. She has talked about the health system and how the food is not good for us. She did fitness videos for the kids. She go and see the kids. This woman is her own person. Even right next to Obama, she still found a way to shine. And we know her. It's not like, oh, we know Michelle because of Obama. No, this woman has stepped up and has been doing it, and she continues to. So I hate when we just have haters. You can't. There's gonna always be someone gonna try to dim your light or say something to put someone down, and you have nothing, sir. You fell flat, and you won your match.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Agree.
Okay, we can move on to the next one then.
There's no way we could be everything to each other. We have different interests, different goals. There was this stage in my marriage where I thought that's what a partner was supposed to be. You should call me all the time. We should talk all the time. We should be each other's best friends all the time. Our marriage got better when I got better about that because I think he already had that independence, this notion of I love you. I don't, even if I don't talk to you today. As I got older, right, I got more mature, more clear about my own goals. I realized that he can't be responsible for my happiness. I have to be responsible for that. I have to define it for myself. I have to learn how to achieve it. My husband is definitely a part of that, but he is not I cannot put him in the center of my happiness. That freed me up to let him be him and let me be me.
I'll take away from that.
Mm. I mean, she spoke truth. I mean, when you enter relationships, sometimes, even in the, like they say, the puppy dog stage where everybody be so infatuated and then a person becomes the centerpiece. In reality, despite how you feel, like she said, nobody's really the center. When it comes to your own happiness, it really relies on you. Now, I believe people could come into your life and add on, yes. But at the end of the day, when you sit with yourself, you have to ask, like, in my journey, happy, like, what's making me happy? You can't say a place or a person, like, you have to really self reflect on yourself.
And
So,
I do like that about him being by her all the time and things like that. I'm sure you can relate, Aaron, by you having a partner. Like you
yeah.
got y'all space, like need your space, like to just y'all all be up under each other, even in the house, or I'm sure y'all do different things. I'm sure you can.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Like,
You have to have your own self identity. You have to have your own self identity in a relationship. You can't sit there and shout out to the men because not just women, but men and women who stay at home and they partner work. But you have to have your own self identity. That way, you have your own group of friends. Not saying your partner cannot join, but you have your own life. You have your own career. You have your own, have your own life because Also, when you put your life into a person's hands and they don't fulfill your needs, you're gonna be angry. So create your own standing, your own life, and you and your partner bring it together, and that's why y'all love each other because of how hard you work, your smarts, your tenacity, and things of that nature. I love that video so much because it's so true.
I love them. I love the whole family. They just
Oh,
nothing but class. Nothing but
oh,
You're
oh.
right. You're
They
right.
is like they like royalty. That's like if I see either one, I might pass out because I just said this. In our lifetime, we got to see the first black president. We got to see the first black lady. We might be young and living in it now, but that is so monumental, and so
It's
I was
Martin.
alive to see that. As
Mhm.
Mark, I could speak about that when I get 50, 60. We was in it. We was there. This is amazing, people.
And also, I feel like sometimes most people issue is that, and I'm just going to tackle it from a different lens, right? I feel like some people, once they, you know, graduate from the single stage into a relationship, and because they've been used to being independently by themselves so long, that when someone comes along, I feel like one of the biggest downfalls that I see sometimes consistently is they will make the person, whoever they dated, like the centerpiece. And this is where I feel like sometimes in the single stage people fail at, is that this is the time for you to self reflect and figure out what you want. You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes people be doing the Uno reverse once they get into it, and then they wonder why shit hits the fan. Like, the goal is not to make whoever you dated or your lifelong partner the centerpiece. The goal is to make sure that you have fulfillment inside, and then the person's adding on. You get what I'm saying? So I think sometimes that get twisted and misconstrued.
I've been single for quite. No, when I get into something, it'll be a bit of a struggle. I'm gonna have to get to, you know,
You going what are you gonna have to adjust
yeah,
to?
to adjust a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so hard to adjust. It's so hard because when you single, eh, eh, oh my God,
It's all
people think
about
it's
you,
like
basically.
it's
It's
all
kind of,
about you, and you get a chance to fall in love with yourself and just be independent. It's something so great about it. So to add somebody into it and gotta change, it's so oh my God, it's so. Whew, whew.
it, it's a lot of work. I say this, it's a lot of work because it's like the same games you used to play, you can't do no more. Some things you have to say no to that you used to do. So it's like,
In
Hello.
in due time, but right now I'm enjoying things.
I am enjoying it and it's so fruitful. It's so fruitful.
all right, I guess we could move that one along. That was very nice. So we're gonna play this next one, and then we're gonna follow up with a picture diagram after this one.
Confused when they hear a gay boy or gay man say, that's too gay for me. What you fail to realize is that it's levels to this gay shit. Like RuPaul Drag Race. I'm not being in the race, bitch, but I'll watch it. I'm not putting on lipstick or arching my motherfucking eyebrows, but I hang with a bitch and go to dinner with one who's sitting there with a face beat like Elizabeth Taylor. We gonna sit there and eat that steak, but we don't got to look alike. It's levels to this gay shit. I'm not arguing with no man going back and forth on no motherfucking internet, bitch. I don't even like group chats, bitch. It's too much talking. I'm not popping ass, but I watch my husband pop it. And y'all be so quick to say, oh, you ain't confident in your gayness. No, bitch, I'm not who the fuck you think I am. I'm who the fuck I show you. So please understand the colors of the motherfucking rainbow. You got your bright colors and then you got your solid colors. Just know who the fuck you're dealing with. But at the end of the day, we all still gay as a motherfucker. But we just on different levels.
I so agree. I so agree. I agree with me, even me being me. Like, there's different levels because sometimes people what they portray us as on TV is not us. That's not the real typical gay guy. Every gay guy is not feminine and all of that that they
Um,
says.
y'all could keep talking. I'm gonna put the diagram on the side. Just keep the conversation going.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy enough is when I first got into being gay or whatever, I definitely was masculine, super masculine, and I definitely was like no feminine and things of that nature. I wanted certain friends around me and certain things a certain way. And now that I'm older, I was like, man, everybody is okay to be themselves. You're gonna have it's levels, and you don't have to judge it or understand it. Like if you see someone who's trans, and you don't have to understand it all the way. Just respect it. Let a person be free. You have one life to live. Why are we judging someone for being themselves? You may not act that way. You might not agree with that way, and it's okay to feel like that. But we already have a problem with the straights coming at us for no reason. We don't need to come at each other in any way. Let us be free.
Yeah. So there's also there's like you said, it's levels to this gay shit. It is. It is.
Levels. It's levels.
It is. It's levels. What do you have to say?
It's levels. And even
Um,
even with gays, even with gays, you have some guys who like a trans woman or like his guy to be feminine, like and don't mind his guy wearing makeup or a wig. You got it. Everybody have a different taste in what they like, and that's why everything exists.
I totally agree. And with that being said, since we talk about diversity, that's why when this diagram popped up on my Instagram, it kind of broke it down because it's like in reality, even remember back in the earlier seasons, we talked about how sometimes, some people feel like in this community there's like a hierarchy, right? But there's no really monolith or standard role when it comes to really being gay. It's just like it's however you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, use this diagram for example. We got some people who are, very leadership. They come in very dominant, no matter if you're masculine or feminine, they just give what they give. You got your supportive role, some people that just support, right? And then you got your average person who just, don't give a fuck, they just be whatever. You got your your rebellious people that be like, listen, you think I'm this, but I'm not that, right? And then you got your outsider people who just feel like, listen, just like that man, for example, that said that. I felt like he be in category 5, the outsider, because like he said in the clip, he don't do the typical things that gays do, but he also don't dog it either. And then you just got the Lorna Wood, the people in the community where they just like, listen, I don't run in packs, I don't do girls, mean girls cliques and all those things. I just be in my own vibe in my own lane.
I disagree to what you said that he's category 5 because he's a very socialite. So on category 5, it says
The outsider.
like being social awkward. He definitely this man definitely not social awkward. He's a comedian,
Oh,
shows and things like that. Absolutely not.
He 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 might be, some five might be some of his characteristics. Because honestly, I'm all six. I'm all six. Okay. You adjust to your environment. You adjust to the people that surround you. I'm all six because I can have a partner who want an alpha male, and I can give you alpha male. That's the great thing about us being gay because we are able to express ourselves and be free. So I might meet someone who want me to be an alpha male. I can be an alpha male. Someone who want me to be more supportive. I can be supportive for you, babe. What you need? I'm all six.
So
So the
you
guy might, you
but
know.
I feel like sometimes the people who's like the middleman in between fall in more category 3, like the average person. Because it's like, listen, they will leave when it's necessary, but don't expect me to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like people just vibe with the energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why sometimes with 3, when I look at it, it's like it's neither on the extreme end of 1, but it's not also on the extreme end of 6 either.
I put myself in the category of 1.
I knew it.
That's definitely me.
That's definitely you. That's definitely you.
Owns the room, born to lead, earn instant respect. Yeah, I give you that. That is true. That is
That's
true.
him. That's him. That's
I
him.
mean, your and plus your time in the community speaks for itself. So to me, it's like you enter a room, I already see what it gives. So it's like, you know,
Hmm.
What would you put yourself as, Aaron?
mm, if I have to be honest, I say in my experience, just in general, I feel like it was a combination between 2, 3, and 5. And the reason I explain that, well, and maybe a little bit of 6 to an extent, right? It's
Yeah,
because
pick one. You want to pick all?
damn. Okay, you know what? I picked two. I picked two. I just picked
Okay.
two because I'm always the supportive. I'm always
Okay.
no.
I'm out
Okay
six,
then.
baby.
See that? I can see that. I can see that.
I'm out
Yeah.
six, baby.
Well, I could say whoever have the ability all 6, they are definitely an Omega 11 mutant. But that's neither here.
I was trained by Storm. Storm trained me. I'm Omega level.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, we can move on to the next one. I drop this down here. And we play this next clip.
Who have dated or fucked on or fucked with hella people. Because then it's like against the bro code or whatever code you go by, loyalty to fuck with these people. But then this is like, damn, everybody, like, I don't even really want to show you who I'm talking to because you might have a story. I don't want to hear that shit. But I also don't want to fuck on or talk to nobody that my friend was fucking on or talking to. Maybe I don't need no friends. Nah, let me stop.
I say this, and I guess I start off with saying this right, and I say this all the time. I feel like the community is like one big recycling plant. It's a small world, and everybody know everybody. You know what I'm
Not
saying? So it's like everybody got a pass, everybody got a resume, and this is no shade. Some people, are fine china, and some people are paper plates, and that's no shade. So with all that being said, um, it's like, listen, it's just unavoidable. People be like, oh, I don't want to have, what my friend already have, but then on the low, just like how the girls be doing, if you run your mouth and talk about, oh, this man's so good, this man do this and that, you might go into the trap and try it out. So it's like,
Are you calling me? Hold on. I was laughing so much. Are you calling me recycled? Excuse me.
listen, it's
I
a
know.
harsh truth. I feel like it's a harsh truth that have to be said because I'm not gonna walk on eggshells on this topic because that's just how I always stand. I felt like nobody's innocent, nobody's an angel, you know. So
I
it's like we reduce, reuse, and recycle. Like, listen, once everybody had their time, it's their time in reality, and this might be a hard pill to swallow. And I know this gonna crush some people's egos. Sometimes you think you're having fun with this person. In reality, it's just your turn. It's just your turn. Like reality check. It's your
I,
turn.
I don't. I don't.
Damn.
I don't feel that way. But I do. At first, I used to believe in the whole bro code, friendship code thing, but now as I get older and a little bit more, I honestly don't care if you dated someone that I dated. I really don't. Like, if you want my leftovers, go ahead. I've left that person for a reason, so you want
But
to go ahead, and that's just how I feel. I feel. I don't feel. I won't feel no type of way.
here's the thing. Do you feel like
What
just out
you
of
do and what's for me, it's for me.
but do you feel like out of respect, like if you actually
I don't care.
depend on the level of friendship, right? Let
Nope.
me start with that disclaimer. Do you feel like a conversation deserves to be had, like just be upfront? You know what I'm saying? Like if you my good Judy, we're not talking about no basic pond people. We're talking about people that actually like, listen, I fuck with you every day. And
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
So everyone that you talk to, yes, I will give you that respect to let you know. And if you feel in some type of way, then I won't do it. But for me, I don't care.
Right. I just wanted to go with that little disclaimer. Like, obviously, if a person actually respect you, a conversation will obviously will be had,
That's
depending on the level of closeness.
absolutely. I would.
Oh, for sure.
I don't care. They don't have to tell me. I don't care. Go ahead.
Oh, my younger self would care. My younger self definitely would care. Because I was like young and dumb or whatever. But now that I have been through some things, I do not care. But I will say, I will watch that friend or watch that person, and you know, if every time I talk to someone and I show you, and somehow in some way you get a piece every time of my situation, I might look sideways. It's not about me caring, but like, why all the time you want what
Now,
I bring around?
then I have a problem. Then I'm yeah.
And it goes back to sometimes when I be hearing women talking points where they be like, there was one like status I saw where sometimes it said that when you have something good, don't run your mouth, because then you're gonna start pulling people in. If you keep talking about, oh, this man's doing all this and that, or this is good, or he do this and that, you can't get mad when somebody run behind that, because when you put something on the pedestal and make it shine, the person gonna go after it respectfully. So sometimes, like when you got a good thing going on, keep it on, not keep it on the low, but at the same time, just keep certain business to yourself. Not everything need to be discussed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't care if nobody wants my leftovers and what I don't care. I feel like if that person make you happy, go for it.
I don't care, and I feel like, and we in the be real. We up in the gay world. Um, you know, hey, bro, you look good. Okay, talk. You know what happens. So
Like,
I don't really
really
care.
type shit.
It was an actual connection. Me personally, I emphasize that to my friend, and me expressing my energy in the conversation. I will tell you, will let you know, like, hey, I like this person. So if you go beyond that, I'm gonna know you kind of sketchy, because if I really like someone, I'm gonna tell you. But if I don't see like a relationship or even a friend with benefit situation, I don't. How you go? Do you? Yeah, I got
So,
something today, get something tomorrow. Go ahead,
But
fam.
sometimes I also realize sometimes the people that be like, "Oh yes, I support," and clapping for you, just not really clapping for you.
so
They just be
that
drinking.
you're saying that, have you experienced that before? I actually have. Hint, hint, Aaron. I actually have, but I there was a little pause, but I didn't care. I literally didn't care. Like
What's your experience? Like, what your friend do? What your person do?
we got to talk about that on the back end.
Right.
Oh.
But you know what? I could say this. At the end of the day, I could feel like there's levels to it, like we said earlier. But if you're a good friend, then obviously just have the conversation. Like, don't be a shady bitch and just do it. Like I said, we have obviously a lot of grown men on this panel, and I agree with y'all talking point. But to me, it's like on my end, if you actually have some respect to me, you will bring it to my table. Now, if you just a pawn and whatever, you're not even in my inner circle, you just some basic associate or whatever. I might side eye you. I'll be like, fine, girl, whatever. But then, the energy is not gonna be the same after that. Just being
But
transparent.
still, think about it though. Also, we gotta be real. We go outside. We go to gatherings, have parties. Meaning that that's how people meet each other. You might meet me, and I might have a partner. That don't mean you didn't find me attractive or I found you attractive. So when it presents itself, um, you know, they might encounter each other. So you know, energy is energy. You can meet someone and it's gonna happen. So understanding that too. But if it's your friend, you definitely supposed to tell your friend, don't be back door like. But I don't care. You don't. The man that give me no money and pay, I don't care. I don't care.
But you
I'm the
know what?
person.
Sometimes it's a blessing though. But you know what? Sometimes this gonna be the karma shade on the back, right? so many people are chasing after people leftovers, but they don't know the storms and tribulations that come with it. So, like, they are in for it.
I explained that. Remember, a minute said that it's the reason why I stopped talking to them. So if you want to go ahead, you don't know the story what happened.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Oh,
listen,
shit.
want to go
Oh,
ahead
this podcast. I'm on podcast. Sorry.
and deal
Yeah,
with it. Go ahead. But it's the reason why I stopped.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you because it's like to me, the whole chasing game is all fun and games, right? Until the person start going through the storm and seeing the hell. Because let's be honest, when everybody get with somebody or mess with somebody, right?
And when
Everybody leave with their best representative.
and why, that's what you wanted.
But truly, would you be bad though if you had some 2 years ago and I ran into the person and me and the person finally hit it off? Like, would I have to tell you, or like that was 2 years ago? Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel like going back to my point about the closeness of the friendship, like if it's a person in my inner circle and it's like we have all these memories together and we build foundation, I respect a level of respect, even though no matter how much time passed, a conversation still gonna have to be had. But like I said, if a person's just a pawn, then I don't give a fuck. You could have the storm because listen, I survived and I
okay,
thrive. Okay.
okay,
So if it's 2 years ago that you talked to this person and now we're cool and I didn't know, I wouldn't care because I wasn't in the picture there. So
yeah, I wouldn't care either. Like, I wouldn't care.
I would be like, yeah, him and yeah, my friend, yeah, yeah. But that was the past. That was your past. I didn't know. I didn't.
Yeah,
But I feel like the shady part of the situation is that don't be talked about is some people feel like I had this person, I was with this person or married to this person, and there are some men and women who feel like, oh, once it was mine, it's mine, like that entitlement. You see those kind of men and women that feel like, it's like, okay, once I had it, it's mine, but then that jealousy seeks out once they with somebody else type shit. Like it kind of falls in that same umbrella in a sense.
Now, what I will not do is don't expect me to be that friend around with my ex or anything like that. You're on your own on that one. I'm not hanging around y'all. I want nothing to do with you and y'all. I'm not going out to eat with y'all. I'm
Right.
not.
Kind of messy, right?
Just know that that's the truth. You're gonna have to take on your own.
um, um, I don't want to be. We want to be buddy buddy. I feel like it's a natural thing, but if I see you guys in crossing, I'm gonna say hey, and depending on the setting, I might have a drink with you guys, but
I'm gonna say hey to that friend when they by themselves, but I ain't even say I don't want nothing to do with that person. Mm-mm.
And I feel like the other thing is when
no,
a person go after, first of all, let's break it down from a logical standpoint. You're going after my sloppy seconds and shit, but also in context, the context do matter of how the relationship or whatever the situation ended. Now, if it ended on a mutual term with everybody being grown and it was no bullshit, then it's like, okay, it might be a little bit more soft for lavender to go through fine. But if it's on some like, oh, this nigga put me through hell, all this and that, and you still want to go after that, I'm like, you can have it.
but why relationships never can end on good terms? That's what I'm starting to feel like. Like, why relationships never can end on good terms, and then everybody be like, oh, I don't, I don't got no beef, there's no this and that. I get it, but I won't speak to that person. I'm not saying like
So,
why.
so you know what? I feel like a man once said something wise to me that you don't know your man, your partner, or your husband until they're on the other side of the table. Meaning, until you at the end of the relationship or divorce or X, Y, and Z.
But they
That's
showed color.
yes.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
Yeah.
we tell
oh.
me about it.
And that's when you truly see the person.
Yes, I agree to that. I
But
totally.
that person, what's crazy? That person was always in front of you. This you now you just noticed it, but that person was in front of you when they stepped to you. that person was already there. You just ain't see it.
Are y'all friends? Any of y'all exes? I could honestly
Um,
one that I could think of.
for me, yeah, going back to ended on good terms. Me and my first relationship, we ended on good terms. You know what I'm saying? It was never no beef, so we ended on good.
Now I just saw my ex yesterday, real miserable and bitter, and it's so sad that that's my thing. I'm like, why does it have to be so much anger? I'm not mad, but I just saw my ex, and um, everybody wanted to like engage with him, which they was, trying to get his attention or whatever, and he definitely found the way to look back at me or whatever, but stayed in his space. But it was just weird because it's like, why are you so mad? Everybody is so joyous, and you over there when everybody actually want to pull you here and hug you. Like, I don't have to do anything with you. It
Right.
just not worth being angry and bitter. It's just weird.
On my ex last night too. But
No.
Mm.
there was no.
What?
We don't have any beef. It did end rocky, but we good. We good now.
Yeah. Life goes on. What you mad for? Like, it's so weird. Like, you ain't been happy. Well, I know you haven't, but I met with yeah, but whatever.
Okay then. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to this next clip, and I think we all can relate to this one.
Actually, my ex was more probably turned than I was. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pull up this next one then.
Misery loves company. And unfortunately, when a person realizes that they aren't on the same level energetically or spiritually as you, they go back to where they feel the most comfortable. So a lot of the times they talk about these people to you because they're intrigued by your energy, your peace, your calmness. But then they go back around those same people and then talk about you to those people. And then also they'll try to isolate you from the group. And it's like, bitch, why would I want to be a part of that when you sit and talk about every single person you're currently surrounded by? Huh?
Sounds like a miserable person.
But you know what? I feel like the reason I brought this up is because I feel like there's always an overall theme, especially when it comes to friend groups, where it's like like you said, misery love company, and I feel like in every friend group, there's always one person who likes to stir the pot, and I think we all been in situations where if they're a good Judy or whatever, and they run some tea by us, right? And it's always the same kind of complaint and critique about a certain individual that's around, right? But then it's like, okay, you run into me about this. The light bulb should click in some people's head, like, okay, if you running this to me, then I wonder what shit are you talking about with them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I believe that most person who got the most to say, it's like, okay, you come in with me with all the tea on everybody. That means in some vague way on the invertly end, I'm being talked about.
Yeah, we had a discussion on the back end about that, about something like that.
I'm not fake, baby. I'm not fake. I have an uncle like this, and me and my uncle had the worst fallout, and we still trying to recover. This was in my 20s. I am not fake, meaning that my uncle was the person. He literally would like go in the front and hang out with my cousins, have a good time, joke, laugh, and the man could literally walk over to me and have 10 bad things to say about them. I'm talking about talking about them, putting them down. Then in the same breath will turn back around and go do another joke and have a drink with them. I cannot do that. It's a difference if you are expressing yourself. What happened in this situation? If I ask you, and you telling me you're sad, you telling me your feelings is different. I'm hearing you out. That's the difference. But if you are sitting there talking about somebody, I cannot do that. I'm not fake. I don't like that. And they
have
my friend.
have you ever said that uncle down with them and kind of like figure out what the issue is, because
I popped off on him. I'm not. That's fake to me. I popped off. And sat down. We had a horrible. We had to do him like that. Stuff happened because you can't. That's fake. You can't sit in my face and that's like you sitting in my face laughing with me. But as soon as I turn my back, you are talking about me. It's a difference. It's a difference with expressing yourself. Like, hey, this person did this to me, and you explain it to me. That's different. But if you actually talking about them. They don't work. They don't do this. I don't like. I don't do that.
I
That's not
feel
my thing.
like I feel like going back to a certain point is that in reality, I feel like you said, sometimes I feel like the line get blurred where people feel like, oh, they giving their side of the story versus just dogging somebody in a sense. And I feel like sometimes the lines get blurred where it's like, okay, are you venting to me or just dropping off tea? Like, what is this really giving? And then if so, like how we gonna move accordingly to this? Because sometimes I think we all could agree, like when certain information T get dropped in our lap, it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Like this is not gonna move the conversation forward. There's no problems resolutions here. So it's like what's the overall end goal of all this?
Don't say something that you can't say in their face.
I agree.
true.
Okay
Mm-mm.
then.
Don't play that.
Well,
I'm like that. Be genuine, people. Be genuine. If you can say something behind somebody's back, you can say it in their face. Um, don't ask me to pick a side because people want you to pick a side. And also sometimes, oh, you friends with this person who I'm mad with, that mean I can't be your friend. No, everybody's situation is. I don't want to be put in your situation. Um, just don't tell me about it. But I don't do no crosstalk. That's so not genuine. I really do not like that, people. It's not cool.
okay then. Well, I'm about to play this next one, and I think this is gonna be a very self-reflective clip retaining the friendship. So let's.
We have been hanging out. Like, we'll go out to eat for my birthday. We'll go out to eat for hers. Sometimes I would pay. Sometimes she would pay. I thought we had a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gave birth. And I wait. When my friends have babies, I don't just bum rush you to come see your child. I wait a couple weeks because I already know you're overwhelmed.
Yes.
Unless you send for me, I'm not gonna bother you.
Right.
I'm gonna check on you, but I'm not gonna try to pop up at your house. So
Yeah.
I waited about 6 weeks, and I was like, "Hey, I would love, excuse me, to come visit." And her response was, well, I don't let everybody in my house, and I only allow close friends and family to come. And I thought I was in the close friends.
Oh.
Girl, I thought I was in the close friends, and it hurt my heart so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, you know what? That's okay. Maybe.
How did you respond to that? Thinking that you were a close friend.
I was really just in shock. But then I was like, I kind of was like, you know what? Maybe close friend to me, you can prove yourself to me for a whole year, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's my close friend. That's my friend. Like because I don't measure things by time.
Mm-hmm.
I measure things by actions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, you know what? Maybe she's one of those people that measures things by time. We've only known each other a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she needs to know me 5 years before she considers me a close friend. That's how I wiped it away.
Right.
And then I started to evaluate the overall relationship. So when we say red flags, like, I'm the only one ever reaching out. I'm the only one ever calling you. I'm the one initiating every time we spend time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, man, she really, with that movie, he's just not that into you. I think I like you more than you like me. And so that hurts. But it's like, pay attention to that, because people show you how they act towards you if they really want to be in your space or not.
Girl,
Ooh, this one was kind of.
you're not seeing what's happening. You're not that blind. You can't see what she's doing to you. If you're the only one that's reaching out all the time, girl, and then she had the nerve to say, only close friends could come to the house. Damn. Wow.
Now, and I could say this without saying that, I could say in conversations, I have heard similar statements before where even sometimes, even me just observe certain friendships and dynamics, right? And I'm just going to speak on anecdotal experiences that you be thinking like people cool, but I think the real wake up call is people need to realize just because we do certain dynamics together doesn't equate to being a close friend. To me, I measure friendships through testimony and tribulations that we go through together, like situations weed out and show people who your friends are. So, to me, even if a person I know for like 8 years, and you think 8 years, that's a very long time, especially in the gay world. It don't mean nothing if we never really been through shit. So, I have heard statements like that where it's like, some people be like, Aaron, you very welcoming, you do all these things. But then on the flip side, do you think it would be the same way? And then when I self-reflect and think like, probably not. But at the same time, everybody's house, like she said in the video, everybody has the right to invite whoever they want to at their people's houses. It's their sanctuary. But however, it's still kind of fucked up how she got shoved like that. Like,
yes, the way she said it to her. That was something you could be on the phone with somebody. That was something like, bitch, what? Like that. It gave that like. Whoa.
I'm very torn. I'm very torn because I feel like she analyzed the situation, but then I felt like she kind of brought it back to being sensitive, meaning that and we talked about this in previous shows, as far as like I'm the friend that you might have to reach out to me, and I don't want you to be offended or think that I don't ever think about you, but like I'm literally was the only child for like 18 years before I got a sister. So I'm so used to being, I could be thinking about y'all every day, which I do. And I just don't text and I just go into I mean, no shade, no nothing. But I feel like she analyzed it properly. She said, like, well, maybe her close friends take, 5 years to consider that and stuff like that. But when she said, oh, I'm always the friend that reach out, I was like, uh-oh, you brought it back to a dark place again where you allowed yourself to get offended because, again, this might be a friend that's not phone savvy. This not my, y'all don't live together. You know what I mean? But if she reach out and she always say, yeah, let's go out, how is that like a bad friend per se to me? It's like, when you call her all the time, she always down to hang out. She always down to go out with you. You might reach out majorly, but she typically respond and say, let's party down. It's double way for me.
I think going back to her point, like you say, she kind of did set herself up, but I feel like the self-reflection and the lesson came after all the damage is done. But to me, I feel like it's fucked up where you invested all this time, you be thinking like you close with somebody, and to her defense, right? Because I could relate to that to an extent. And it's like, damn, it's been 4 or 5 years. It's like, okay, my mental capacity of how I'm thinking this friendship is going versus how you view it, which is your perception. It's like, damn, sometimes when you think you're on the same page with somebody, you truly not. And nobody don't like saying goodbye or ending friendships. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, sometimes friendship breakups is just as hard as a relationship one. Like you be grieving it, you be like, you know what? This is time I can't get back. It is what it is. And I feel like for her, because I can relate to her to an extent, is that like you gotta start looking at shit for really what it is. Like, look at the situation. Like she said, when it's her birthday, when it's her time, she would join and whatever. But like she said, once her friend had that child or whatever, and she's like, oh, I don't let certain people in my house, that would be the ultimate wake up call, slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And just like that, friendship breakups is literally just like relationship breakup. Yeah, you do grieve and things like that. I just had a situation. Yeah, but I'm good.
You healed.
Okay, then. This next clip will actually piggyback a little bit off what Nelson kind of brought up, but here we go with this one.
Letting them know or giving them any notice, that is not being a good friend. That is not, you're actually being a bad friend yourself. And before y'all say something, a lot of people love to say, well, you can't tell nobody how to go through things. Everybody goes through things differently. That is very much true. But if you have a friend that you were solid with and they've always had your back, they've always been there for you, you don't even have to be like, hey, I have such and such going on. Just say, I'm going through something. I don't want to talk right now. That's it. If they can't respect that, they can't respect your space and your privacy as a friend, and they're not your friend anyways. But if you feel like you have to go weeks and months without talking to your friend that's always had your back, always been there for you at every beck and call, you're ghosting them, and then you get upset with them for feeling some type of way about it. Now it's, oh, you can't even respect the fact that I'm going through something. You don't even know that I'm going through something. I've been battling this for 2 days. They cannot read your mind. How are you going to fault your friend for being concerned about your disappearance? Like, you ghosted him. So people like that, y'all need to take that accountability too. Nobody's saying you have to tell them everything that's going on, but just let them know, hey, bestie, friend, I'm going through something. Just give me some time. Because I'm gonna be real, when if a friend ghosts me like that and you feel like you can't even tell me, hey, I'm going through something, and you just decide to talk to me in 2 years, baby, we're never gonna be friends again. And you can take that however you want it.
Well, if you don't tell me exactly what you're going through, and then you snap off on me, when I don't know, I'm gonna snap back off of you because like I don't know. You're not telling me anything. Like what?
There's now how can I say this without saying okay? There's some girls, let's just say, that I know where it's like, okay, going back to Nelson Point, um I give grace to the point where some people not be tech savvy. But ain't no way we live in a generation, ain't no way where we all look at our phones right. You didn't see my message. Like, sis, there's 24 hours in a day. And like you from group chats to individuals, like ain't no way you just not see my like how?
Aaron, no. So it was a time that if you can remember when I went through my breakup and when I was still hanging out and stuff, and I did not want to like go out. You remember the time I didn't want to like.
Yeah.
It was a time I didn't want to be bothered because I was dealing with that.
Yeah.
Like even the phone calls, so like I didn't want to talk to nobody. Like it was just I didn't want to be bothered. So I get that. Even if you were to text me, I may not text back. I was just in my zone.
Yeah, but to me it's like not saying nothing at all. I feel like like I said, I know what I said earlier about levels to friendship and depending on how close you are. But in realistically, like, ain't no way. Let's say you text somebody and you just want to make sure they fine. It's like ain't no way it should take you a long periodically time to respond. Like I know shit be going on. We all grown. We all grown, right?
It's a reason. It's a most likely it's a reason why. It had to be a really good why they're not taking it back. I'm sure it is.
If they know the reason why is they just not that into you. Okay.
We
Like
do have
We
comments
going
to
back to that
highlight.
video? Yeah, absolutely. If it's in a hurricane and that friend it's not responding, girl, give it up.
they
Just
just not that in. Now you gotta pick one now because I'm not phone savvy, meaning you can't call my phone and they're gonna be on the phone with you like that unless we own that connection. But if you text me, I'm guaranteed is going to reply back to you. Now if I'm hitting you up a week, 2 weeks, um, I see you looking at my message, you just not replying, and you just constantly ignore me, I'm probably gonna take that as
Oh
shade,
yeah.
or I'm gonna
It
take
will
that
be.
as, I'm gonna
Listen,
be offended.
iPhone and Messenger be snitching on people.
even though
Hello?
Like, I don't change our settings, and then we peep that you seen our message, bitch. It's like it's kind of shade. Like, listen, people. I gotta learn how to use y'all settings in y'all phone respectfully because sometimes that should be getting y'all in trouble too. Because
Hello?
at the end of the day, I'm not hitting you up for no reason. I'm hitting you up for a reason. But with that being said, we do have like two comments to highlight. Can I bring them up, Cordero?
you want to bring them up on the video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's loud. So
Oh, I
let's see,
like that.
we have Logan from Facebook says it's so convenient for them to always be going through something when it's not about them. Just saying that is true, and he does agree with the point that I just said. So it's true because it's like in my eyes, just say something. Even if we're not as close, I feel like something is better than nothing when it comes to at least the basic form of communication. Like, hey, we all go through it. Just be like, listen, I'm just going through the storm today. I'd be like, friend, I understand. You
That's,
know,
that's like Nelson. We don't see Nelson all the time,
right?
Unless it's like a gathering or something. But
But
I
you
do,
know, everybody don't. You know, people don't invite me like
I
that. You
do
know.
know that when we text you or something, you do respond. You always
Yeah.
respond. Yeah, you reach out to me.
Yeah, and I be seeing everybody go out and they don't tell me the things, and we're
You
gonna
know
move
what? No, you know what?
fast.
That's accountability. That's accountability. That is true. Accountability. But
Aren't,
to me,
wait a minute, isn't he in a group with us?
No,
you know
but
what?
I got the
Yeah,
Android. I know you said something with the Android.
yeah, the Android and iPhone try to mix it. It bounces them out. I don't know why it does that.
Well, we need. Well, I don't know.
But we
Create a
also,
Facebook Messenger one. Create a Facebook Messenger one.
I will. But we also got another comment from Logan as well, and I'll read it out loud. It says most folks turn the read receipts off so that they can tell a person off, so they
That is
can
true.
tell them. Yeah, that is true. That is
I
true.
I never turn mine off. Like I don't. But
I never turned it on.
I'm gonna respond when I want to respond.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
respond when I want
mean,
to respond because
it's true.
people do the same way. People literally respond to you when they want to. So I'm going to make sure that you know that I'm respond to you when I want to accordingly. And I'm grown. I don't have. It's my phone. You know, I'm not
Right.
turning it off.
I also know
Right.
some people that I call, I text. I may not even hear them for a couple of days. I know a particular person that's. But I'm
Right.
talking about that
I
communication.
mean, right. Like, and there's like, to be honest, no shade. It's like, after a period of time, um, I feel like after a period of time of no communication whatsoever, and especially in a group chat, you're not really participating, history or not, you're gonna get removed because it's like, why are you here?
Yeah,
And,
like I mean, answer. That's so rude.
it's not being shady. It's just, to me, it's like, I feel like if you give space for people, right, and you welcome them in and whatever, and there's only so much love you can give, right? And you do give grace to what people are going through, but however, it's like, if you're not going to try to be a willing participant, or at least try to, hey, to be like, hey, this is what's going on, or come with some explanation instead of just ghosting, 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 because the excuse of, oh, I don't be on my phone like that can only go so far. At least for me. For me.
Yes.
Because my phone is always attached to me 24 hours. Like, I'm a media person.
But
So
then,
my phone always on me.
but then there are some like group chats, like me for like my family one. I barely check it every now and then because it just be going. And then when it's something important, and they be like, "You didn't. We put it in a group chat." Listen, my family group chat sometimes it just keeps going and beeping and beeping and beeping. So I'll just be like,
Yeah, I'm like, y'all be talking about everything under the sun, but the main important thing y'all talking about videos from last week. So
yeah,
Yeah. And I agree, Logan. It's like, shit, I'm not going to turn off my read or nothing on my messenger. Like, I pay my own bill and stuff.
right.
Like,
I totally agree.
yeah,
but
Logan, you just agree with me, Logan. I'm not turning it off. Like I pay my bills, I pay this phone bill. So you're gonna see that I read the message. But I'm probably doing that to return a favor to you because I typically will respond to anyone that hit me up. So if that's happening, it's probably because we are at a point where you ignore my message or I'm constantly communicating where it's taking you a long time to reply. So it's given that you're not interested in chatting. So I'm going to return the favor back.
right. Because the last thing you want on your message or Facebook, it looked like, those thread memes where it looked like you're kind of just talking to yourself. Like,
Yeah,
it's giving
exactly.
that desperation, like, oh,
Or you send or you send five messages and they send one, and then you reply
right.
back with one and they send one. You be like, you know what? I'm invested too much in somebody that's clearly. don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, I'm that person. If I'm not really,
And
I'm that person that'll send something like real short. You'll notice that I'm not interested. I'm giving you that hint.
I
you would
agree
know
with Logan when he said this.
for you, Cadero, you would know if you're not interested, or you would know if you didn't per se agree with that message.
Right.
You might be like, hang on.
And you know what? I say this because I didn't get my first iPhone until like literally 2 years ago. I always been Team Android, right?
I always get Android.
I had to learn this lesson. What he just said. You can also read a message, click on it, unread button. iPhones are the devil, but we love them. That is true. When I had to study the University of iPhone and learn I'm like, you know what?
Okay. You can do that.
iPhone. Listen, with an iPhone, you could do so many tricks, but I had to learn that in the 2 years I had this phone. So to me, you could do a lot.
Hold on, don't make me switch now because I didn't know you can read the message and mark it back as unread. Now, hold on.
Listen, you need to switch over to the winning team. I love it over here. I want to go back to an Android, but
I didn't know that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess we're giving too many. Well, it's not a secret. Everybody knows it to an extent. But we go to this next clip, and we're gonna go straight into it.
Aren't living as long as the generations before them. And the experts are going to tell you it's heart disease, cancer, overdoses, taking your own life. But I want to add something else to that list. Stress. Because how exactly are you supposed to have a long life if you're working 2 jobs, checking your bank account every time before you buy groceries, taking care of kids, helping your aging parents, trying not to lose your mind, and pretending everything is fine on top of that? Gen X and millennials got handed a subscription package called Burnout Premium. We're stressed about money. We're stressed about housing. We're stressed about healthcare. Hell, we're stressed about being stressed. And the funny part is people act surprised that we're not living as long as our parents. Really. When your body's been running like a smoke detector on a dead battery for 20 years, what do you think is going to happen? See, it's not, I don't think this is like this isn't a health problem. This is a quality of life problem for America. So let me ask y'all this. Why do you think Generation X and millennials aren't living as long as their parents? And what would actually have to change to turn it all around?
I mean, she ain't lying. She ain't lying. This is an OG auntie woman speaking.
It's a hard question to answer because we do we say that we worked as harder than our parents when some of our parents was part of slavery or part of that upbringing. My grandmother wasn't per se a slave, but she was part of that upbringing. I think we are burning out because we are like we was born into freedom and given the world, we don't have no limits on buying houses and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's the same. I don't feel like we're expiring faster. I don't know.
I don't agree with her because I feel like technology and things that's going on that they didn't have, they worked harder, and I feel like working a little less with all of the technology that we have now.
Right.
Right.
We get paid. We get paid more. We get paid we get paid higher. We got more money. They have to actually work down to the bone to buy that house, whereas we could get a job right now over $20 an hour. Like we're in a different realm.
I feel like most like the generation now, like underneath me, is like they kind of got it sweet because it's like most of the I say most like kind of labor work now is kind of more either machine automatic based or even when it comes to like computer work, it's more AI. So to me, it's like it's more evolved in depth.
We got it easy, but like you said, the ones coming after us,
right?
I feel like they are going to have it so easy, like the way things are going.
Because most of the hard stuff, like the labor work, it started kind of slowly transition.
And this is just starting. So imagine a couple more years, the ones after us. They gonna
Now
be
she wants to answer the burning out question or what's happening. I will say maybe we are because we have had like a fentanyl problem. Maybe it is happening to us, and I can maybe say that our generation are very more open to trying things and trying things several times and stuff happens. Maybe that and drinking and we do party a lot. Um, that could probably be a reason why we burn it out fast because we do have we I do feel like our generation definitely go out and enjoy ourselves more. Our generation definitely go out and party. And I feel like we deserve that. I'm sorry. My parents didn't do what I'm doing now. And maybe that's why we burn it out. To answer her question to say per se, but I'm not sure.
No, that kind of answer it.
I also feel like going back to the technology and stuff, like I'm trying to really kind of figure out how like to explain it. Like the stuff that we have now with this technology, I feel like compared to them back then, our work load is more easier, which makes us work a little bit more. Does that make sense?
But I feel like even like in this, let's just take the economy aspect into play, right? Even though, like you said, the technical parts, yeah, is easy. I
Yeah.
just feel like, even like in the right now, most people are working like sometimes 2 to 3 jobs, just trying to keep the coin up. So to me, it's like, like she said, we still kind of inherited, but then it's like the people that's like underneath us, it's like they somewhat feeling the heat, but they not really like feeling it in depth, like how we kind of almost felt it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
we are a generation with degrees and stuff, so maybe that's another thing to say. Burnout. We are the generation that has,
yeah,
a lot of our parents want us to go to school and get a degree, and a lot of us have accomplished that. People who are doctors, maybe that's another factor to look out as a burnout because a lot of our past ain't accomplished that. They might have went to school, but we have people that actually are
in
in
their
college,
field and doing stuff.
in their field, so maybe that's another burnout reason. And
Right.
And a lot of opportunity, a lot more stuff out here than other things. So that's another.
Right.
yeah,
Because I feel like when it came to, like you said, Generation X and the millennials like us, it was always the push of get the degree, hustle, or do them both simultaneously at the same time. You work and work and work until you get it done. These kids, all you have to do is just open up TikTok, go on live, or open an OF, and then everything just cleared. So it's just it is what it is.
I want to learn that. I want to learn it.
That was basically the last one. That was the last one.
So before we leave, also, so just want to let everybody know that the last show was going to be in October, but I'll be leaving in October, and Aaron will be taking over the show, and Nelson will still be here, but I'll be definitely popping in, making some appearances also. So we also are having an interview process for anyone that wants to um, have anyone that wants to be a co-host on the show. We're kind of looking for 2 people. So if y'all would like to be a co-host, you can inbox one of us. Where did he go? You can inbox one of us, and we can set you up to be on the show. It's a real easy process. Yeah. So let us know. I don't know where Aaron went.
What happened to Aaron?
He had anything to say.
Aaron, where you go? What happened?
The interview
But
process.
yes, people, we are looking for more people. Please speak with Aaron and Cordero. We have an easy process, not too easy, but People who are open-minded love to talk. You see how we doing now. You see how we are having great conversations, great discussions. Somebody who would bring ideas, who are fresh. You know, come on.
All
My
right.
bad. Internet.
What
But anyway,
happened?
I agree with what they said. Just inbox one of us. We're definitely doing a interview process leading into season 7 transition. So just look out for more information. That's gonna be posted more frequently leading up to October. So if you
Yeah,
know,
what you tell her after I leave, and
I know, I know.
hope you my baby.
You know, I'm
But
carrying in good hands. You know, I don't play those games. Mm-mm.
all right.
Okay.
Till next time. See y'all later. See y'all next Sunday.
See y'all next Sunday. And happy
Bye.
Father's Day again to all the father figures,
Hey.
uncles, and everything in between. Mm.